traders from across the globe, and welcome to the 1585th edition of Short-Term Trading Live with Oscar Carboni. Good evening, traders. This video is coming to you on Tuesday night for Trading Wednesday, March 1st, 2017. Wow, we're into March. Traders, before we get into what's on the board, you must know that futures trading is extremely risky, causes substantial financial loss, is not suitable for all traders, and volatility has expanded, like I told you in last night's video. Two things that I noticed today with some of my Omniacs. One, they didn't open their stops. Two, they didn't listen to Rule 3, 4, and 5. Do not touch the keyboard. I know you did. I know you changed your stops. I know you guys got beat up. Remember the rules, please. Hang out with me at livewithoscar.com in our free trading room. I'll try to keep you straight. So, what's on the board? Right off the bat, Trump speaks tonight, and I say Trump will trump all bearish indicators. Trump is going to trump all the naysayers, and we should rally out into new highs. How do I know that? I don't know anything about Trump or what he's going to say. I read the charts. The charts told me today there would be volatility in last night's video. I told you that. The charts also told me to hold longs through the close into Trump's speech. So Omniacs held longs in S&P, and some of them held longs in the Russell. And we'll see. We held longs from Tuesday into Wednesday, waiting for Trump to trump all bearish indicators, and I think we're going to do just fine. Your stops are in, so don't sweat it, right? It's a normal trade like any other. Let Trump come out and blast these markets off. So what else is on the board? Emini S&P, Tesla, and probably the usual gamut that follows with the Emini S&P has a green Omni for trading on Wednesday. The Oscarism is working so far. You know that check mark looking thing I showed you in the Dow Jones Transportation Average where there was that triple top? And I said, you know what? It's likely not going to be a triple top. There's an Oscarism. Well, we're going to get to find out tomorrow if the Oscarism is truism or if it fails. Even if it failed, I would still take the same exact approach the next time I see a triple top, but I don't expect it to fail. I expect Trump to do its job because the charts say Trump's speech will do its job. So whatever the fundamentals are, they come out in the charts. The charts tell me bullish. I'll show you why in a moment. Gold, I told you in last night's video, gold will take a breather, right? We've been buying gold, buying gold, buying gold. I come out of nowhere and say gold's going to take a breather. What does it do on Tuesday? It goes down. Rock and roll Omni. Gold is not a buy yet. We would probably sell it once again today if we could get a fill being Wednesday. We'll see how the day goes. Then we've got some stocks, and rock and roll Omni has been batting 1,000% this year in stocks so far. Now listen, there is no way I can keep that average up. There is no way Omni is always right. We know there are losing trades, but 2017, every stock trade I've given has been a winner. Go Omni, go. I'm talking about the commodities, although they've been kicking butt too, but the stock calls have been fantastic. So, Netflix doing well, still on target for 148. We are adding something new to the gamut of stocks. Omni is hot on Tesla for trading tonight through tomorrow. Most likely tomorrow is when you have access to it. Omni's hot on Tesla. And here's what I read over the weekend in the newspapers, which is really interesting. I see a fantastic setup in Tesla. I go, what do you think the news is there? Because it just came smashing down on news. Let me see what the news is because I've already found my buy signal in Tesla, so let me go check the fundamental. And I read through the newspapers, and guess what I read? Of course there's a buy signal in Tesla. You know why? Tesla has just created the fastest car ever clocked that gets made on a production line. In fact, the fastest car to ever go from 0 to 60 off of a line made on production lines, so 0 to 60 as soon as you hit the gas, has been a Ferrari worth $1.2 million, and that's had the record forever. Tesla just came out with a car. The Ferrari turns 2.28s in 0 to 60. Tesla, an electric car, turns 2.27s. It's the fastest car ever produced. Go Elon Musk. I mean, really? Ford hasn't been able to do this. Chevy hasn't been able to do it. None of their sisters have been able to do this. And this guy comes up with a car that blows away a $1.2 million Ferrari. The fastest car off the line ever produced. And Omni gives us a buy signal. I love the combination of the two. I'll show you that chart as well. Traders, if you like the analysis I've been putting forth in these videos, if you recognize just how accurate it has been, and if you'd like to learn how to be that accurate in calling markets for yourselves, come on down to livewithoscar.com. Fill out your Omni Camp application. Click the Omni Camp banner. Fill out your Omni Camp application. Omni Camp is May 18th through the 23rd. It is the only camp I have planned for this year so far. I don't see anything else on the calendar, and I don't really have any time. So this is it. May 18th through the 23rd, we're holding an Omni Camp. Only 5 of you will be invited to come out to Vegas and learn for yourselves Oscar's market navigational indicator. You will learn the Omni, how to come up with the Omni trades for yourselves. And you see me kicking ass in these videos, right? If that doesn't get your goat, nothing will. If you'd like to learn how to trade and analyze these markets by a pro that's been doing this for 36 years now, you make sure you come see me. Take one of the 3 seats that are left open for May 18th through the 23rd, and I promise to change the way you look at analysis and the way you trade for the rest of your lives. Traders, with no further ado, let's go look at some charts. Okay, traders, the Dow Jones Transportation Average, this is the Oscarism I was referring to on the whiteboard. I had mentioned that this is what's called a triple top, and that the Oscarism version of a triple top is not what you'll read in books. It's not what the history would show you for people who do write those books. The Oscarism version of a triple top is the market comes down for a dip and takes off for new highs. We've had the dip. If Trump speaks tonight and it works, the new highs come tomorrow and the Oscarism will have worked. Remember, we always have stops in just in case, and we don't trade the transportation average anyway. But for a gauge, that's how I like to trade triple tops, and I expect this to be tomorrow's action. So there is your Dow Jones Transportation Average. I will be put to the test on my Oscarism in front of all your eyes on Wednesday. Be sure to haggle me if I get it wrong. Traders, emini S&P, great looking chart, right? I showed this to you. Look at this great channel. I showed you this flag. I showed it in my room all day today. I showed you in last night's video. We have a 23.71 target. I even opened up that target to 23.88. But let me show you this very same chart. Remember, this is a situation. We stayed long emini S&P through Tuesday's close into Tuesday night's session right now into Wednesday. We are right here. Now let me blow this same chart up for you for a moment and explain this a little bit. Same chart blown up. It held perfectly here. It held perfectly here. You are here, just like when you're at the mall. You are here right now. Why should it not hold? Trump is about to speak. We had a pullback. Well, he speaks in a few hours. We had a pullback to the bottom of a flag right before a Trump speech. And obviously he's going to come out and speak about great things. He's not going to try to knock markets down. I think that's a setup, kids. I love it. I think we'll see 23.88 in no time. Remember, put your stops in because that doesn't mean Omni will be right. So put your stops in first. On this, gold, traders. Told you yesterday when we were here, that's it. My target was the 200 bar moving average. We got close enough to it. On Tuesday we should drop, and boom, on Tuesday we dropped. And on Wednesday we should drop, and I expect more downside on Wednesday in your gold, at least to start off the session Tuesday night into Wednesday. Maybe after Trump speaks, things will change, but for now, that's what we're expecting. Then you've got Big Blue, traders. Let's get into the stocks now and look at this one. Big Blue has been riding with this for some time now. Our signal was here. It's gotten all the way to here so far. I love what I see. The target remains valid. That target was up here in the 148, 149 level, and that still remains valid in your Big Blue. Let's move along. Look at Netflix, another stock that we've been holding in our portfolio. This Netflix stock, as I have told you every time it gets down here, I think we need to be buyers. We bought it here. We've been holding it for 3 days. It's now here. It held. It held. It held. Right? Held. 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 And we're here. Will it hold? Why not? It holds every other time. Trump's going to speak. I don't think he's going to talk about anything that would knock down Netflix. However, Once again, we never know what the end result will be, so have your stops in at all times. Let's move forward now. If you ask me, this is the trade of all trades for this evening. This is the Omni Gem. It is Tesla Motors. Let me show you why. This is one of our Omni averages. It works really well on Tesla. Look at the failure here, right? It gets up to the average and fails. Whoop, gets back, fails. Gets through and holds, and look at the massive rally after the hold. Well, what does it do next? Comes smashing down and hits that same average it's been holding all along. Right before the Trump speech, which is Tuesday. The Trump speech is Wednesday, right? This happens on Tuesday. I said we need to be long. Tesla bounces right off an Omni average. Perfect timing. Omni, of course, has a green arrow, and this is my reasoning with the green arrow for getting into the market. Look how well it bounced off an Omni average. Look how it failed. When it broke through, it was a monster. It came back to test it. Why not? That is, if you ask me, this is my favorite trade on Wednesday. Traders, come on down to livewithoscar.com and hang out with me in my free live trading room, and we'll see how this plays out. Okay, traders, you've seen the charts. You've got my technical reasoning, which is pretty darn good behind everything on this board. We do have a fundamental. Trump comes out to speak tonight in a few hours, right? What do you think he's going to talk about? He's going to talk about tax cuts. He's going to talk about deregulation. He's going to talk about increasing business. He's going to talk about a big spending package across the nation. How could any of that be bearish? How could any of this speech be bearish? So I think we've got a setup. That's why it's a rare occasion, but I had my Omniacs stay long the S&P and the Russell through the close on Tuesday. Let's see what the Trump speech does for tonight into tomorrow. Traders, get ready. Go watch the speech. Put your stops in. Put them in first. Don't worry about these trades. Everything should work out. Remember, Tesla, it looks fantastic. And always keep your emotions out of trading. One of the best things you can do, in my opinion, to help keep those emotions at bay, is say this to yourselves every morning, every afternoon, every evening. And you know what that is. Stops are in. Emotions are out. Rock and roll. Trump to Trump. All bearish indicators this evening. Futures trading is risky and can cause substantial financial loss. We do not claim or guarantee that you will profit from the information provided.